The Tech Disruptors podcast is proudly brought to you by channel sponsors, The Average Dad Tech Store, and Stellar Data Recovery. Now, on to the show.
My left video just went viral.
I'ma strike back and take your whole empire. Spontaneous combustion. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire.
Well, how are we doing?
Hello.
This is Tech Disruptors. This is the episode 23. 23 of 2025. Wow. And usually Darren's running the show, but he decided he wanted to go, I don't know, somewhere. He wanted to go to somewhere
far, far away.
But like I said, my name is Jason. I'm here with Tech Disruptors. It's usually me and Darren. He's been kind of hit or miss. He's been on a lovely vacation. And we have our other usual host, Devin from Devin Does Tech. And
how's it going?
We're here to talk about some tech. So, Darren, before we get started, why don't you tell us a little bit what's been going on with you?
Yeah, so currently I'm on vacation in Australia, visiting family and friends. Been here since the 10th of July, so we're going on like almost 2 weeks now. I brought my brother-in-law along because my wife and son are busy with baseball, so we've been just doing the touristy stuff, showing the sights and sounds of Sydney and Perth, Australia, and just kind of following tech as I go and watching you guys on Sunday morning here in this case, or Monday morning, I should say. But everything's been pretty good.
Well, that's good to hear. We've been doing pretty good. I think. Actually, we had a couple more views, Darren, since you've been gone. No.
Oh, I know, since I was gone. That wouldn't surprise me at all.
It's interesting. So for those listening, we all are in a big chat on Telegram, and we share pictures. And Darren's been sharing some very, how can I put this? Very nice pictures of the beach. And I shared a picture of some cornfields because that's what's around me. So it was pretty funny. I don't know, Devin, you didn't share any pictures of where you're at, but
it's about the same as you. It's about the same as you.
Right.
Cornfields and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know what? It's funny. So when I was talking to Jason just before I left, I asked him, which camera should I take, like the S25 Ultra or the Vivo X200 Ultra, and Jason was like, "Take the X200 Ultra, much better camera." That was his exact words, and I'm glad that I did. The camera, like honestly, I very rarely get to go to some fantastic place like Australia to test the cameras. Oh, hang on a second. Here we go. To test the cameras, and sure enough, absolutely killing it. The video, the photographs have just been incredible. I'm very impressed with the Vivo X200 Ultra camera.
You can't beat that phone camera combination.
No.
The problem I have is,
no.
And I don't, Devin, I'm not really sure you import a lot of phones, but I still have some weird issues here in the US with the Vivo, like notifications, like on your always on display. I don't get RCS messaging. I don't get that. A lot of things don't show up till I actually unlock the phone. I've been having some other issues, like with updates. Every time I restart the phone, it says Google Fi. It's like, hey, reinstall the app. Well, then I reinstall the app and there's issues. I got to uninstall. But it's stuff that as a tech enthusiast, I'm okay to live with. I think if you're on mobile in the US, you're not going to have the same issues as me. I have to have the Google Fi app. But yeah, Darren, definitely. I mean, I just taking pictures of my kids this week. I'm like, man, this thing it's worth the trade-offs, honestly.
Well, it's funny, I don't know, I posted on X, it was a video when we were in Sydney. I was just out of Darling Harbour. Just a short 15-second video. And I was so impressed with how good that video looked. I posted up and said, you know what, the next time someone says Android take bad video, use this as your reference. Because it was some of the best video I think I've ever seen on a phone produced, and it wasn't an iPhone, which is, unheard of apparently in the tech space. But Yeah, super impressive camera. Very glad that I brought that with me. And more photos to come. So if you're not following us on Tech Disruptors on X there, or One Cut Reviews on X, yeah, take a look. There'll be more photos coming in the coming days before I wrap up my little vacation this end.
Well, it must be nice to be on vacation, because me here in the U.S. Now, I've been talking in this show, and this is going to lead into my first thing I want to talk about. I don't know if you guys are really aware of this. Devin, I apologize. I didn't send you the run sheet. That's a
bad sign.
I just realized, I'm looking at this run sheet, and like, well, now to my defense, Devin has some options here. He's got some stuff he wants to talk about. So hopefully, if you pick up on things I'm saying, maybe you'll kind of jump on it. But I bought a very fast e-scooter. It goes about 50 miles an hour. And here's the problem with it. It goes about 50 miles an hour. And what I've noticed, it's got a thing called death wobble. So after about 30 miles an hour, the handlebars are like this. So I've been looking online. The company I bought it from was like, didn't say much about it. And the guy goes like, hey, just tighten the screw. I'm like, okay. So I tightened this one screw so you can't fold it anymore. Well, it's like 70 pounds, so you're not going to fold it anyways. It kind of worked. So the company reached out to me and said, hey, we got a steering damper. It literally looks like a piston that you attach. So I did this over the weekend, and it fixed it. And I got to 48 miles an hour, and I pretty much crapped my pants because it's a scooter, and it's going 50 miles an hour. So, but here's what leads me into the story. So a company out of the UK, they just introduced a new electric scooter. I know I'm not a big scooter guy, but I thought this was interesting. Maybe now I am. An electric scooter that can accelerate faster than a Tesla Model 3.
Oh my goodness.
And it can hit 100
miles per hour. Oh my God.
So
can you imagine?
Listen, it says the turbo scooter can hit 100 miles an hour and has a higher power to weight ratio than a Bugatti Veyron.
No, thank you.
Oh my.
Look at this thing. It looks pretty beefy. The guy squatted down. That's how you want to get your aerodynamics when you have everything on. I get it. So I don't know what the price of this is going to be. It doesn't really say. Your typical scooter for your kids is like 15 to 18 miles per hour. Now here in the U.S., I don't know how that relates to kilometers. Interesting enough, my scooter has two screens. It has a big screen right in the front, and it says miles per hour, but it's actually in kilometers. So the first time I wrote it, I'm like, holy shit, I'm going 100 miles an hour. I'm like, yeah, right. And then there's a little mini screen on the other side you can change, and that was more realistic. I don't know why you can't change it, but that's probably to chug the company. But it's so your average is 18 miles an hour. This thing says it's 24,000 watt dual motor. So mine is 2,800 dual watt. So 5,600 watts. This has got like 4 times that.
Now, okay, hang on a second. Let me just rewind for a second. You said 100 miles per hour.
Yes, 100 miles per hour.
So I'm assuming when you hit 88, you go back in time.
You know what?
On this thing, right? Like, it's just that's fucking fast.
It's more impressive. Now, actually, honestly, at 100 miles an hour, you're not going to have a lot of range. But it says you can travel up to 150 miles on a single charge. Like, here's 2 questions. Okay. Now, I'm not a scooter rider. I got this company provided it to me. It's cool. I live in rural America, so it's not really beneficial to me. But I think if
it is with 150-mile range.
That's right. Yeah.
Mine only has about 50-mile range, but this one's like 3 times as fast. Why? That's my question.
Yeah.
Why do we want to go 100 miles an hour on a scooter?
How much is the death wobble on that thing? Well, if you get to 100 miles an hour, you're going to be like, geez, it's weaving over the road. How do you keep that stable?
I'm trying to think it doesn't say what the price is going to be, but they said that they set the land speed record in Nevada.
Yeah, of course it did. Yeah. Of course it did. Yeah.
Like going through the sand dunes or the salt strip and
salt flats. Yeah.
I just got on a scooter going on.
Scooter. So I'd be interested in this if it wasn't 2 wheels but 3.
Well, that's
so 2 wheels at the front, 1 at the back for stability.
Well, okay, so motorcycle has 2 wheels, but they're bigger wheels, and you're in the middle, and you're squatted down. So my buddy and my partner at work, he's got a motorcycle, and he goes, "Yeah, I hit a bump, I'm okay." you hit a rock going
Mhm.
100 miles an hour
With this?
11,
Yeah.
12-inch tires, you may be in some trouble.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I'm assuming 100 miles an hour, you would have to wear like like some kind of suit to protect you. If you came off that thing, you're taking off most of your skin.
Well, when I opened my scooter, they had a card. There's 3 levels.
Yeah.
They said for beginners, stay at level 1 that goes up to 10 miles per hour. Wear a motorcycle helmet and motorcycle gear.
Yeah.
Now, I do wear a motorcycle helmet, which is really stupid looking when I'm riding a scooter.
Yeah.
But I haven't got the whole. I have the gloves, but they're hard. It's hard. I don't know. 100 miles an hour. I don't understand what this is.
I think you're going to go like, yeah, I like the idea that they're pushing scooter innovation forward. I didn't realize we needed to go 100 miles an hour in a scooter, but I guess there's always
what I'm
that.
saying.
You know?
Why? Why do we need to go 100 miles an hour on a scooter?
I have no idea. I really don't.
I don't think we need to.
Devin, now you live maybe in a bigger city than I do, and I understand the need for scooters. A lot of big cities, like I've been to Cleveland, I've been to Cincinnati, and I've been, other Chicago, and you can rent a scooter, right?
Yeah.
And you can jump on it, you can go wherever you want, but they go 20 miles an hour, probably max.
Yeah.
Even if you're a delivery guy on a scooter, why do you want to go 50 plus? I mean, 50 miles an hour seems ridiculous. Like, I'll be honest.
Right?
So there's a main road close to my house that it goes from 35 to 45 miles per hour, like coming into town. I was passing people. That is scary. Like, and you don't have a license plate, so it's not licensed. So I'm thinking the cops are going to come get me. Yeah. But they got to catch me first, obviously.
Well, I don't know, Jason. I think I told you this story. So I have an electric scooter. I got it many years back when I first started One Cut Reviews from a company called Phat Scooters, PHAT Scooters. And that thing, yeah, I know, right? I know. So that thing goes 35 miles an hour. And I don't know if I told you this story, but one day I decided I was going to go to my local grocery store, which is maybe like a 7-minute drive away.
Sure.
But where I live, there's an entrance to the highway, like a bridge that goes over, and you have to kind of get off to get onto the highway. Sure. I remember driving this thing in the middle of the road with cars honking behind me because I wasn't going fast enough. And they were desperate to get onto the highway. And I remember thinking to myself, like, I'm never taking this thing out on, regular roads ever again because of that very reason. So maybe the 100 miles an hour is more like this is for people that are commuting and want to maybe give up their car.
Yeah, maybe. So the one I have has blinkers. Like, it literally has blinkers.
Oh, okay.
It's got a horn and a headlight. Okay.
Yeah.
I think a few weeks ago, I don't know if Darren was out yet, and maybe Devin was here. A company had released one that went 90 miles an hour, and it was beefy.
Okay.
Like, it was huge, and it had CarPlay. It had a screen with Apple CarPlay. It had Bluetooth speakers built in. Like, it had a reverse camera and a front camera. Like, you're looking ahead of you. Why do you need a front camera? You could see all around you on a scooter. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if this is something that we really need, or it's just bragging rights.
The people that are replacing their car with a scooter don't need the functionality of the car. Otherwise, they'd still have the car. They're replacing it because they don't need the car anymore.
Right? And
I've heard
I run across the street to like a store to get like a few things. Yeah. It's cool. Like, hey, I want to run to the dollar store and get like a birthday gift bag. But even that's ridiculous because you got a huge bag you're carrying, and it's like you're going 30 miles an hour and the wind's blowing back. You're not wearing a backpack either. So.
You're not like, all right, I got to go 20 miles over here to do whatever. Like, I don't know. That doesn't make sense.
So, Devin, you're going to get 3 of these?
Again,
for your upcoming live stream?
Like a toy, but it just seems like an overly dangerous toy. I don't know.
But hear me out, Devin.
Jace,
you get some GoPros and your live stream, and you could live stream driving around going 100 miles.
This is true.
I mean, I'm just saying.
But unless it was cheaper, if it was cheap.
Yeah.
Well, you might need to pull that back up because I think it said the price at the very bottom of the article.
I'll have to look at it.
I couldn't read it.
I'm gonna say 17 grand.
17 grand? Oh shoot! I know I can't find it. Hold on.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay.
Let me pull it up here. Let me just look down. You said it's at the bottom? I was looking for it. I didn't see it.
I think I saw a price down at the bottom.
God.
Yeah.
17?
Oh,
Hold on. The owner, Bo, says he's working on a limited run of turbo scooters on commission. So they're commission only.
Okay.
Estimated price tag of, okay, so Darren, what was your guess?
17 grand.
17 grand. Devin, he probably saw it, so.
I saw it. Yeah.
Okay, so don't guess. $29,500.
Wow.
You can get a Tesla for that with
get a car for that price.
Hold on. Up until September when the incentives are gone.
But like, why would I not get a motorcycle that
it
can
even says
exactly
price as a used Tesla Model 3.
Yeah. I mean, I could get a motorcycle for half of that price that I wouldn't. I mean, I probably would feel like I'm going to die every time I drive.
Let me just talk to Bo. Bo, if you're listening to me directly, and those who are on the podcast, you can't see the pictures. Please send us one because I will try to go 100 miles an hour on this thing. I don't know if I'll survive, but hey, that's the risk I'm willing to take for your scooter.
Dude, if they actually send you one of these, I will drive over there and I will videotape.
No.
So
if they send me one, I'll drive to your live stream. I'll be there in like an hour.
Oh my god.
Okay, so we're going to switch gears because Derek kind of sent this to me in messaging, and I already watched the videos on YouTube. So I know here in the U.S., and if you're not listening in the U.S., I'm sorry, but our politics are kind of all over the place. And I'm not trying to be political. I'm not going to be left or right-sided or left, right, west, whatever. I'm not trying to get too political. But there was a certain... Let me preference this by saying Trump has signed a bill, and it was supposed to save the United States a lot of money. Right or wrong, agree or not, that's what he said he was going to do. Well, recently he signed some more legislation that would cut, what was it, $6 or $9 billion from PBS and NPR, Public Broadcasting and National Public Radio, which I don't know if that's real or not. I mean, most CBS, NBC, whatever, aren't funded by the government. But anyways, the rhetoric is this was done because they have, represented Trump in a bad light. That's why he's taking their money away. I'm not gonna touch on that. There's a lot of things I want to say about this, but we're not gonna touch on it. But there was a social media hack. Devin, I don't know if you heard about this. Very popular PBS show. You probably never heard of this. In Canada, they probably don't even know what this is. It's called Sesame Street. Have you ever heard of this?
Yeah.
Oh, you have?
Yes. Well, oh, we know Sesame Street.
So Jon Stewart, and apparently he was Elmo, one of the most popular characters. And I think in the early 2000s, Tickle Me Elmo was very popular.
No, it's huge. Yeah.
I wasn't young enough to enjoy those, but I've heard about it.
Devin had one.
If you have not seen the Jon Stewart interview, have you guys seen this interview? I'm not going to show
I haven't seen this interview.
It is hilarious. So it's so bad because I think it's actually Jon Stewart with his hand on the puppet because it's like,
okay. Yeah.
But basically, Elmo came out. He was hacked. Well, supposedly hacked. And he was saying some anti-Semitic comments. And I'm not going to go into what those are because obviously I'm not going to subscribe to this. But obviously there's been some very weird things. So the thing is, people are saying, no, it wasn't hacked. It's the liberals trying to, it's all conspiracy theories. We live in the United States. So if you live here, So Jon Stewart, I don't know if it shows a link in here, but it talks about he asked Elmo, Elmo just jumped at the beginning. He's like, hey, let's talk about rainbows. And he's like, Jon, come on. You know why we're here. It's hilarious. You have to watch it. And I don't care if you're a Republican or Democrat or whatever you want to call yourself. You can't not laugh. And it's like,
so for those,
go ahead.
Yeah. So just to give this some context. So earlier on in the week, Elmo's X account was allegedly hacked.
Correct.
And Elmo said some not very kid-friendly things, and was very political, slightly racist. And you can look that up on X. Yeah, slightly. Yeah, you can look that up yourself. It's not hard. If you just type in Elmo on the search on X, you'll find it pretty quickly. And then obviously the Sesame Street account posted a retraction saying Elmo's account was hacked. Now, I find this funny for two reasons. Number one, a puppet has an X account. That's my first concern. And then secondly, someone hacked this account in order to get that message out. Now, I don't know about you guys, but if you were going to hack a quasi-celebrity's account, Elmo would not be my first choice. Devin, who would you pick?
Oh, gosh. Well, I wasn't ready for that question.
Yeah, I know, right? There you go.
I mean, if I'm trying to make a political statement, I feel like you're definitely right. That's not the account I would be targeting. But...
I mean, I think with Elmo, like it's kind of funny because like I'm going to imagine a lot of adults don't subscribe to Elmo's X account.
That's
I don't think they follow him.
With you, like, why the hell?
Yeah.
First off, why the hell does Elmo have an X account?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
a lot of people.
Why does it exist?
Nothing against Elon, all this motivational stuff, but he owns X, aka Twitter.
Yeah.
A lot of people moved past. Like I even noticed a lot of my followers on X have moved to Threads. I'm just really surprised that of all the people, Elmo has an account. What is he actually posting on X? And I didn't look, but
yeah,
new chicken sandwich from Culver's. That sounds pretty good.
Nice.
But
yeah, I don't know. Like
this video is absolutely hilarious. So he goes over and he reads some of the posts, and they're bad. Like terrible.
Yeah.
Like, well, hey, guess what? We have Elmo on the show, and it is. I mean,
you know what annoys me about this? I'll tell you what annoys me about this. Sesame Street had the perfect opportunity to post a video of one of their other characters doing the retraction. Like, don't have Elmo do it, but have like Big Bird come out and be like, "Yeah, sorry guys," you know, like, they could have made this into like a publicity thing. It could have been a very funny way to like respond.
This was all released before that big legislation passed.
Yeah,
and NPR and PBS are scrambling because whatever this funding they cut was like 15% of their income yearly.
Yeah,
that's a huge chunk. So they're scrambling. So they didn't want to. And this even goes into, if you haven't heard, here in the U.S. The Daily Show.
The Daily Show, Jon Stewart.
No,
Late Show. Sorry,
the Late Show with oh my God, Devin, help me out.
Stephen Colbert.
Stephen Colbert.
He's Canadian. Why did you ask me?
I know. Sorry. Yeah, I was about to say it's Stephen Colbert, but anyway, keep going.
So it wasn't just canceled; the entire show was canceled. And if you know, that was on CBS, and CBS had just paid the Trump administration $16 million as a settlement. So there's so much crap going on in the U.S. that's like, I don't know. It's tough not to get political, but I'm not going to go any further than that. You can make your own conclusions. It depends on what side of the pendulum you're on. If you're watching things based on the right, you're going to think this way. If you're watching things on the left, you're going to think that way. To me, SNL, The Daily Show, they make politics, to me, more palatable. Like, they don't just make fun of Trump.
It's fun.
They made fun of Biden when he was president. They make fun of politics, and I think it just makes it more palatable. But if you can't have a voice because someone might cancel you, that's kind of scary. So, Darren, for future reference, we may just get in trouble. And you want to know why? Do you know
why? No.
There was a popular I'm trying to think what his name was. He was an Apple guy.
Oh, Jon Prosser.
Yeah, Jon Prosser. That's his name.
So yeah.
So, Devin's laughing like, what the hell? So, if we don't have a voice, we could get sued, right?
Can I just chime in? I want to chime in on this. So, Jon Prosser, so everybody that does Apple leaks has a man on the inside or a woman on the inside, somebody that feeds them information. Now, Jon Prosser is not the one who went into the Apple headquarters and stole this information. Someone fed him this information. And like a good, tech YouTuber does, you kind of release it unabashed and kind of go, okay, we're going to get some engagement and do that. Now, also, it's worth noting here that Jon Prosser, his leaks are usually true. Yeah. Like, he has a pretty good track record of, getting ahead of the curve.
I honestly think he worked with Apple, kind of like Google does, to
actually... you think it's a publicity stunt?
Well, not this, but I think in the past, I think the leaks were like, hey, let's get this out here. Like Apple, all these companies, I think they kind of do this to a certain extent, but this is a totally different thing.
Well, do you remember...
Go ahead.
Was it... I forget the YouTuber's name. What was it? John Falakers? John, the other guy who got blacklisted. John Redinger, thank you. Yeah. He was blacklisted by Apple because of a very similar kind of situation. And he's doing just fine. So, I don't know. Like, I saw this article and I read the article about, and, Jon Prosser's come out a few times. I follow him on X, and he's come out and said, I got proof that this wasn't me leaking it. It came through emails. It came through these sources. And again, you're shooting the messenger here.
Well, listen, according to this article, it says in the court filing, Apple claims that Prosser and this Ramakati or whatever his name is obtained some guy's passcode for the developmental iPhone and used location tracking to figure out a period of time when they would be away from the phone for an extended period of time. And in that case...
No way.
Well, that's what they're saying.
No way.
Here's the thing. Whether that's true or not, there's two sides to the story. So if I had information that I knew would get me tons of views and like lots of publicity, hell yeah, I'm going to publish it. But at the same time, now I got to fear retribution from the government, depending on where you live, and from these trillion-dollar tech companies that I am not going to compete with financially. There's no way. But on the same side, it's like, as a company, I don't know. Apple's struggling. This to me seems like Apple's like, hey, we're just pissed off. I heard that I saw the article today. I didn't put it on the run list that they're trying to ask that Tim step down. Like they're trying to get Tim out. I don't know how you could ask Tim to leave. They're $1 trillion company. Like how much richer can you be? Like
I think so.
Drives me nuts.
I think what they're trying to do at Apple is, like I said, I don't think they've had a great year. Like sales-wise, they've made money, but I don't think it's what they thought it was going to be. And I think they're trying to change the narrative a little bit. They're trying to I don't know, make it, what do you call it, more exciting over at Apple.
Sure.
And I think them coming after Jon Prosser could very well be a publicity stunt. It could be them saying, we have something under wraps that we don't want people to know about to drum up interest and intrigue. Let's go after this guy. Maybe it's even in cahoots with Jon Prosser. Just saying, it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility for them to say, let's try to make it look like we're hiding something big, because they need to have a big year.
This is blown up on the internet, on the social media. And Devin has said in the past, when you were gone, I made some comments that could have been considered a conspiracy theory, and Devin's like, go ahead, conspiracy theory and all, get more views. And you know what? Jon Prosser's, I haven't watched that stuff in years. He used to be big on YouTube. I'm sure he still is. And I wasn't an Apple guy, so I'm like, okay, great, Apple leaks, blah, blah, blah. But apparently he's got a following. If it's big enough to blow up, I mean, Viper was talking about it.
That guy.
And he's a big pro, so I mean that's. But no, I mean it's been a big deal. Like that.
It has blown up. Yeah,
it was fun. It was on all kinds of places because he's just one of them. I think several people they're actually trying to sue.
Well, there's a lot of people jump into his defense too.
What was that?
There's a lot of people jump into his defense too. They're saying, you know what, like leave this guy alone because. Look, I mean, at the end of the day, like, as a YouTuber, are you really going to that degree to get Apple information out? Like, you're location tracking someone? Come on.
I don't know. If you know enough people and you're like, hey, you know what? I got this. And you think you'll get away with it? Maybe? I don't know. My thing is just like, Apple hasn't sued us yet.
It's true. I mean, they could have.
They are releasing a new product I was going to tell you guys about, but now with this coming out, I'm going to kind of...
Well, I heard on Devin's live stream, he's just dropping all the Apple knowledge next week, right?
No, I'm actually just getting sued by Apple just for straight defamation. Just
From last week, you're
they
like,
just don't like what I'm saying.
Darren, for context, last week I said something about article like, "Hey, everyone hates Apple, and is it too much?" And Darren said, "I don't think it's enough."
Yeah,
it was amazing. It was a good response. I was not expecting that.
We've a number of times this year on this podcast have we shit on Apple. A few times we've been copyright infringed through YouTube because we showed 0.03 seconds of one of their fucking commercials. So as far as I'm concerned, you know what? I see this as a massive publicity stunt. I actually wouldn't even be surprised if Apple had went to John Prosser and said,
"Fair enough.
Hey, dude, we're going to pretend like we're suing you so that we can drum up some interest for this new iPhone because you know what? We kind of need to swing big here."
No, so to your point, he's like, "Look, we're copying Pixel, and my name's Tim, and they want me out. They want me out. So, dude, you need to help me."
Yeah.
But I don't know how long, Darren, you can stay in today. So I'm trying to.
No, I'll hang around a bit longer. Yeah.
Okay, so I want to get to a lot of articles. I know that Darren's head, his hair, he's moving. We'll want to respond to those on the podcast. Are like, what the hell are you talking about? We talk a lot about AI, and me and Devin have come to an understanding. I'm like the mobile tech guy. Devin's like the computer guy, and Darren, you're like the AI robotics guy. Like
I'm that guy. I'm a robot right now.
You probably are. No doubt.
Yeah.
There was a large media conglomerate that mentioned something that they used generative AI. And can you guys?
Yes.
This is gonna be funny. I shouldn't even ask this question, but I'll start with Devin since Darren.
I know what he's referring to.
Oh gosh.
Devin, do you know what conglomerate media producer will be using generative AI to make videos or assist them with making videos?
I mean, I assume all of them are at this point, but
let's pick one.
Are they announcing and being happy about it, or were they caught in the act?
They came out and admitted to using it.
They admitted it.
I guess in a positive way.
Okay.
And they mentioned they wanted to cut costs. Don't be looking it up on Google right now.
No, I'm thinking.
He's Googling it as we speak.
No. I mean, it was probably.
Let me give you a hint. They stream. They're a streaming service.
Oh, Netflix has been using it.
Yeah, there we go.
Hey, you just won $1 million.
Oh,
from Darren.
Yeah, nice. It's in the mail, Devin.
Netflix came out and admitted they used generative AI in a big sci-fi hit. Now, I haven't watched this, and I can't remember. So the problem here in the U.S., a lot of these new shows coming out are dubbed over, and it's terrible.
Yes.
Like, it's obvious. And I can't watch them, or they're just not in English at all. I think this is one of those. What do you guys think? Is this? Now, we talked about AI in the past with like models and faces, and now we have a company who produces movies. Like, we've come to realize as a society that we don't have to sit in a theater to watch a movie because Netflix, Prime, Apple, they're making videos on demand. We can watch them at home.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on using AI to create certain scenes or help assist cut costs? Is that something we're screwed? We're going to
Isn't that crazy though that they're doing that? Because I mean, if you think about like VFX artists do that exact same thing. Yeah. They make an actor be in space but not be in space. Like using AI to generate backgrounds and props or whatever they need is one thing. I mean, I have a problem with them replacing actors with AI more than I do them doing this.
Here's what it says. It says they used the AI to generate a scene of a building collapsing in Buenos Aires, Argentina. That's it.
Yeah.
Now, that could have cost them billions, billions, millions and millions of dollars to blow up some buildings, whether it was in Argentina or not, to show it, record it. They're saying they used AI, and they probably spent, what, $1,000?
I can imagine $100 million to fuck that up.
Are we supposed to say, oh my God, Netflix, thank you so much for being honest, or like, no, you're just trying to save a buck?
No, I honestly, come on. Like, you're not, it's expensive to do that shit. Like if you've got a limited budget, and Netflix does, these TV shows on Netflix, they don't have massive budgets. I mean, there's no big name actors in a lot of these. It's kind of like they're trying to make a name for themselves. It's just VFX. That's all it is, right? The next level of VFX.
Yeah, I hope when they produce this AI video, like they're actually looking at it. Like I didn't watch the show. I think it was dubbed over.
Yeah.
I'd like to see if it was something that you could.
If it was done well.
But I haven't heard anything. So, like, I know Delvon, we've had him on the show a few times. He posted a picture of the Fast and Furious and
oh yeah, I saw that.
Dragon,
yeah.
And I posted, "Hey, dragons are family," because ha ha ha,
Yeah.
And could you imagine AI producing a movie where it's like the Fast and Furious, which is kind of lost its way. It's not about cars.
Yeah.
Which is fine with me. And
you know what's funny, Jason? It's funny that you say that. So I was watching a video just yesterday of a guy on YouTube who wanted to blend Avengers Endgame and Star Wars into a singular film. So he's a VFX artist. He goes out there and sources like licensed material of like Thanos and lightsaber duels and all this that other people have used for I guess some of the films. And then he was trying to recreate like some of the key scenes using just VFX and AI. I'll see if I can post a link. I'll send you the link so you can post it up. But I mean, I think it's just the next step of like getting these amazing effects into film. Like, let me give you an example here, right? So you've all seen, I think it was Age of Ultron, Avengers Age of Ultron.
Sure.
When they remember that the city gets lifted into the sky?
Very, very real.
That's not real. Right. Yeah, that's not real. Like, that's just VFX. That's just, well, I mean, first of all.
Well, Hollywood makes fake stuff.
Sokovia? Let me ask you this. Do you think Sokovia is a real country? That's probably the next question.
Of course. And Iron Man he puts his hand down and everything.
So, yeah, I think that's just part of the nature of film now. I mean, I don't care if they use AI for that, to be honest with you, as long as it looks good and believable.
Fair enough.
Actually, let me ask you this while I have you guys here. Yeah, Devin, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I mean, I think the biggest thing with the generative AI at this point still is just the obvious ethical, like this is copying something from somebody else, not actually, original. You're just stealing somebody else's work. But I really think that we're getting to a point now where people are kind of getting over that, just because, all right, like everything has been ran through AI at this point. Like, or if it hasn't been yet, like it's going to be. It's going to be, to stop it. Yeah. Like if you wrote a book, if you drew, painted a picture, if you are recording a video, like AI is going to have access to it if it doesn't.
It's there, yeah.
And I think that's just kind of where we're at with that kind of conversation. Like you're either going to take advantage of the generative AI and go along with everybody else in the world, or you're just going to be fighting a losing battle, right? Yeah. So I think outside of that kind of argument, if you're the guy that's like, oh, they used AI to do that, no, I don't want anything to do with it. Like, I get if you're like writing a complete story, if you're just typing into chat,
it's bullshit.
Write me a story about this. That's one thing. But like if you're just generating some background, like using AI to help generate a building exploding in the background, like
is it really that crazy? Yeah.
Like why do you have a problem with AI doing that outside of whatever?
On a separate side note, did any of you guys see the Superman movie?
Mm-mm.
I want to see it. I've heard good and bad, mostly bad, but I'm ready for a change because DC is dying.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge comic book guy. When I was young, I collected comics. I don't really know a lot about it. I'm a big Marvel guy. I watch all the Marvel movies. Like Thunderbolts was good, but it wasn't like the best movie I've ever seen. I liked all the DC. Like, have you guys ever seen the Snyder cut of the?
It's amazing.
I was like, it was good. It was long, but people I don't know. People were just so. I think Marvel's burned itself out. Like, what was that?
I think so. Ironheart wasn't bad.
It was.
Oh, you think it was terrible?
I
thought it was okay.
Good. I think it was good to the last episode. The last like 2 episodes where she actually fought, like there was extra action. I wanted to see it. The only problem I had was when I was at the theaters with my kids and I saw the previews months before, and there was like this little nippy dog was like,
yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
I'll tell you so I saw it the other day, and my brother-in-law we're both, Marvel fans and DC. We've watched a lot of the DC stuff too.
Yeah, sure.
Like he's a very good Superman. Like I'll say that much. Like he's not Henry Cavill.
Nah.
But he is a good version of Superman. No one's going to beat Henry Cavill. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry, all you DC fans who are watching this.
What about before him?
Christopher Reeve would be my next bet, but he's a very good Superman. But the problem I have with the movie is a couple of things. Number one, the fucking dog.
Yeah, what the?
I'm just gonna say the fucking dog. That's all I'm gonna say. The dog is a crutch. They use him for it's for marketing. I'm just gonna say for more than anything.
Let's not do a spoiler. Yeah, because I really do want to see it still.
But I will say one of the two issues I have with the film is number one, as much as this is a Superman film, you don't really get to see him be Superman. And what I mean by that is, if you remember like the Henry Cavill films, it was all about like him establishing himself as a hero, like showing his powers, saving people. You very, very rarely see this in the film. And that might seem weird in a superhero movie. You would think that it's all about that. It's really, really not all about that.
So that's the issue I had with Thunderbolts. Like,
it
was a good movie, but you didn't get to really see them be superheroes.
Superheroes, yeah. Like, now, the other aspect of it...
Like, it was like, oh, the new... I don't want to give too much away, but...
don't give too much away.
The Thunderbolts have an asterisk next to them, and it means that they're something else.
The new Avengers. They're becoming the new Avengers. All right, let's just let it out. Yeah.
But it's like, after I saw that, like, I knew before going in, then at the end, I'm like, oh, crap, I remember that. And I'm like, that's a new Avengers.
Yeah.
Like, really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the Marvel universe is, like, so good at the beginning. They kind of got lost. And DC is trying to find their way. People keep saying, oh, it's woke. I don't care if it's woke. I've heard good things. Like, most people who are diehard DC fans are like, look, it's a decent movie.
Yeah.
It's not terrible, but it's not, like, he's weak. That's what I said. He's weak. He's not Superman. I'm like, okay, well, that's okay.
It's not that he's weak. Now, that's not the issue. But the other issue I have, and just really quickly, is he gets totally upstaged by a supporting cast member. And I mean totally upstaged. And I'm not talking about the dog. So he gets totally upstaged by a supporting cast member, so much so that I almost feel like the film was more about that character and less about him being Superman.
Let me be honest. Let me reveal the information. So most of the movie was shot in Ohio, Cleveland, and Cincinnati.
Of course it
was me. I staged Superman.
Yeah, it was actually Jason. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I'm like Deadpool mixed with.
He's like, it's funny. I was reading an article yesterday. I've been trying to read, like, see other people's opinions of the films. I'm just curious to see what other people think. But someone ranked all of the worst Marvel characters' superpowers.
Okay.
And there were some pretty stupid ones in there, like Wolverine's regenerative healing. I was like, that's a good power to have. But then you remember, like, I know. And then remember Rogue from X-Men, how she could, like, suck the life out of other characters. Yeah. So, like, stuff like that. And then there was one.
That's X-Men. That's like classic X-Men. Like.
Yeah. So, I mean, they'll rank him. Look, again, I know people have been talking about the Superman movie online. I still think that like I said, he is a good Superman. This is my final take on it was this. They have to give him one more chance as Superman. I think he deserves another movie just to kind of see where they were going to go with this before they pull the pin on it. It was not terrible. It's not a bad movie, but if you're coming from Henry Cavill and you're expecting anything like a Henry Cavill Superman Man of Steel movie, you will be very disappointed.
I think Snyder was they should have kept. He is dark.
Yeah, he's got
dark. DC was darker than Marvel. Marvel was kind of like blood. There was never and then I don't know. I'm not gonna get too involved with this because that's a whole nother live stream.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. Sorry, that's our movie live stream.
Yeah,
it's called the Movie Disruptors.
In a word, no. But,
be a part of that one, unfortunately.
No, sorry, Devin.
I'm a huge DC and Marvel guy. I was actually a bigger DC guy, like Funeral for a Friend when Superman first died. I tried to get all the comics because they're supposed to be worth money. Yeah, they're not worth anymore. So I got boxed of comics and everything. But yeah, I think he ain't gonna get another chance because DC does not like to wait. It's like NFL teams. Like if your quarterback sucks 1 year, like the Browns. I live in Ohio.
Yeah.
The Browns have like 30 quarterbacks in 5 years because they can't. If they don't make money, they got to move on.
Yeah,
that's how it is.
That's it. Yeah,
and unfortunately, that's the way the world is. But we did talk about a lot of things. But there's one company that is releasing some new products this year, and you may have heard
Apple.
of them. No, Apple. Yeah, I mean, I guess Apple's coming out with some stuff in September. I think, right? Actually, I didn't think of that. I just got an email from Boost Mobile, which I don't subscribe to anymore. And they're like, "Hey, in a couple months, the iPhone's coming out. You want to start a new account?" I'm like, "Damn."
Wow.
I've been getting multiple emails from case manufacturers because I always get emails around this time of year saying, "Hey, are you going to be reviewing the iPhone 17?" Yeah, and I'm like, "Well, if you're going to send the cases out, maybe."
Well, Devin, you have a little more cachet than me and Devin probably, but I did get one from one company. I'm like, meh, I don't know, but
that means I have to buy the phone.
It's like, and in Canada, it's like $18,000.
Oh, I can only imagine what's going to cost. Yeah.
Well, before Apple releases their iPhone 504 with the 26 glass, whatever that everyone hates. It's funny. Everyone talks about how it looks like the Pixel, and Apple iOS 26 is the worst. People are going to buy that thing by the millions.
Anyway, that's it.
It's going to be the best phone of the year, like every year. But we do have Google. Did we forget about Google?
Remember that, guys? Remember those guys? Yeah.
Now, Darren, last week, me and Devin talked about the... We're going to cry already because the Tensor G5, while it is better, still lags behind.
Yeah. It's going to... Of course it is.
What it's funny is... I saw a post on, and Devin, you're going to laugh. I saw a post on X where a guy said, "How can Nothing Phone 3 say it's a flagship with what it is? It's ugly, it's slow, blah, blah." I reacted to him. I actually, look, I think you're 100% completely wrong. I think a flagship is the best product a certain company can make.
Yeah.
Right. And I said, unfortunately, yes, the 8 Gen 4S, whatever they're using is not a flagship project. You can't tell me that any of the Tensor processors were flagship level.
Yeah,
right? So Google's best performance is what they offer, and it's considered a flagship. Now people will say, "Well, it's got the best cameras." Okay, I get it. So where I was going with that was, it was funny that they bash. So we talked about this Geekbench score. It wasn't quite as good.
Yeah,
it's not the best. Are we excited for August 20th for the 10 lineup? And if so, what are we excited for?
So I'm going on the 11th in Toronto here to do I see an exclusive kind of like first look of the Pixel 10 series. It's more for capturing content under embargo. But this is so I'm going to just say it this way.
Right? For one cut reviews?
For one cut reviews, yeah. Okay. This is the first time in the last 3 years where I just don't care. And I know that we love Pixel, and I know that they're good phones, and I've used the 9 Pro XL, I use the 8 Pro XL, I use the 7 Pro XL, or whatever the fuck it was called. I had the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. I've had them all. I had the 9A, which I fucking hated. I had the 8A, which I also fucking hated. It's just kind of a lot of meh. Like I know we haven't had a lot of leaks. Like I know we've seen the basic look of it and stuff like that, but
not much change.
I mean, not much change, this year.
Well, hold on, Darren. Devin, okay. I know you have the OnePlus 13, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic phone. And I will preface by saying no phone is 100% perfect. There's no such thing.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts on this Apple 10 series? Coming from, you're not an iPhone guy, but you're using a device that's still Android.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to me, everything so far is leaks, and everybody in like these communities that are talking about this kind of stuff already really focused on the hardware.
Right.
And and I think that again, that's missing a little bit of Google's secret sauce. So I don't think that paints the entire picture. But I also assume that the entire rest of the picture that Google is going to paint on August 20th is going to be all AI, and it's going to be stuff
100%.
It's just not that exciting.
Here's my thing. I think Google has an iPhone problem. They're just they're and I don't mean it in a bad way, because the iPhone sells fantastic. And I think Pixel is gaining market. So they're saying if it's not broke, don't fix it. They're doing the better internals. I think they're upgrading a couple of the cameras. The software is effing amazing. And I'll be honest, Google's version of Android is a hell of a lot easier to use than iOS.
Yeah.
I think iOS has gotten so convoluted, it's terrible. And I have both, and I'm in both camps. The biggest issue I have is, I mean, there's not really an issue. Like, it's boring. Like, oh boy, it's the next iteration. Like, Pixel Watch 4, they've already confirmed same chipset. I get it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I want, especially for a watch, I want better battery life.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a mobile gamer. I'm excited, but I'm not. I want to see what they have. But we got to remember one thing. Google is a huge software company first. And Apple's kind of both. They're hardware and software, and they've been that for years. I think if Google can nail down the hardware like Apple, they're going to have a chance to overtake Samsung. But the problem is that's never going to happen, because Google and Samsung are like best buds. And Google knows that. They make money off their software. Samsung is the best Android device. I shouldn't say best selling Android device that you can buy in the US. That's the most popular. When you go into Verizon, when you go to AT&T, you're not like, oh man, I want that new Oppo X8 Ultra. No, in the US, you're going to say Apple or Samsung or Motorola. Like the budget, even though Motorola makes flagship.
So
that's my thing.
I think this year is going to be an interesting year for Google, because I think comparatively, I still think that, and I said this back in January, that the OnePlus 13 is the phone to beat. I still maintain that. That phone is a value for money. You cannot beat that phone for what it is. The cameras are above average. The battery is excellent. The screen is amazing. It's affordable. It has an ecosystem. The OnePlus, I'm telling you, the OnePlus 13 in all accounts could be the phone of the year. And I said that back in January.
What about the 10 Pro Fold?
I think that's going to be so disappointing. And I'll be honest with you, I've had a few looks at the Z Fold 7 just in stores here in Australia when I arrived. It's fucking impressive. It's fucking impressive. You cannot deny that Samsung did a good job this year.
Okay, no, with that being said, I'm not going to show that today because I want to get to one of Devin's articles. It's interesting. If you've seen some recent articles about the Samsung Fold, it's got the Pixel Fold issue where it's not folding completely flat.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I'm thinking, look, I'm like, bull crap. You guys are a bunch of crybabies. Who cares? But I had the Fold one, and that thing drove me fucking insane.
Yeah,
and it was
I had that too.
I'm like, why would that drive me insane? It drove me nuts. So that's why, Darren, I've talked to you, and Devin, I don't know if I told you this. I'm kind of backing off foldables and flips just for a while because Samsung's got the biggest lead. But there's another article that I'm not going to share today that Apple's even reached out to LG and Samsung foldable screens, and Trump's trying to beat Tim Cook's butt to get him to build them in the U.S. So he's asking for, like, hey, he's begging Samsung and LG to cut him breaks. And that's what pisses me
Yeah.
off. These companies make trillions of dollars, and they're asking for breaks to make more profits. It's like
I still don't believe that. I still don't believe that Apple's going to release a folding device. I don't believe it.
They will. Oh, they will.
I don't know, man. I don't think that it's a market. You reckon?
Oh, they will.
You reckon a flip, not a fold?
I think both eventually. They already
Really? Okay.
The rumors say that the folding tablet's going to be postponed. Obviously, because the new OS is doing better.
Yeah.
I think they're working on it. My thing that makes me mad about all this is that they're a company that makes trillions of dollars every
and they're making tons of they want to break.
Like, oh, hey, Samsung, please cut us a break, like because Trump's getting these tariffs. Suck it up, take one for the customer. You're, but that's not. I should.
How much is a folding device from Apple going to be? If the fucking Vision Pro is $4,800 in Canada, it's going to be $10,000. Well, it's got fucking.
Their first year products are always like the $3,500.
Insanely expensive.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like the first Samsung Fold. It was like $4,000. I don't even know what it was.
Yeah.
I bought it and I got like all kinds of free stuff with it. And it was like it made it.
You're not getting that from Apple.
Apple's like, hey, you gotta get a battery that puts in your pocket, and you gotta like do this and that, and it's not gonna work with your.
I'm willing to bet with their folding phone. Let's say it comes out not next year, the year after. I'm willing to bet you don't even get a fucking charging cable in the box. I swear you get the device in a box and nothing else. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to cut costs somewhere.
You'll be
one of those brown recycled boxes.
yeah. Like the one the Pixel 9 Pro Fold came in. Exactly. I don't know if you remember the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. It's literally just a cardboard box with a little sketch of the fucking phone on the outside. It's gonna be just a shit show.
Devin, did you want to say something about this?
Sorry, Devin, I'm cutting you off there.
You're fine. No. I thought he was gonna say something.
No.
Devin's already bought it.
Okay.
He's leaking it on his live stream next week.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We'll talk about his live stream at the end. But so, if you're a Windows user, I don't know. I'm not a Mac OS guy. It's not a bad OS. I'm just not familiar with it. Like people who have iOS, they hate Android. Android hates iOS. Not familiar with it. Computers all OSs do the same thing. They get you to where you want to be if you understand them. But Devin sent me this article. I'll be honest, it's not an article. It's like a video. So if Devin builds computers, so I'm sure he's seen the blue screen of death. I've seen it so many times, and it makes you want to
punch the screen,
and it makes you want to do a lot of things. But I honestly, this is the first time I've seen this, and I'll have to probably restart this a few times. And Devin, I'll give you a little. If you know a little bit more about this, maybe explain a little more. So, TechCrunch says, say goodbye to the iconic Windows blue screen of death. A new Windows 11 update replaces it with a simple black screen, no frown included. Devin, what does this mean for PC builders and in general?
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't really look into it to see if Microsoft has said anything about it. But like, it's got to be some super psychological thing. Like the blue screen of death was just,
God.
Years of old.
People mad, or like, they're trying to get away from that title, or like, I'm trying to figure out like what was going on. Whose decision was this? Was this an engineer that said, no, this makes more sense to do it this way? Was it a marketing person that was like, nah, we can't?
You're still having problems. It's just not going to be blue anymore.
Exactly, right? Like this is purely like a cosmetic, psychological thing for your customers. I'm just interested in what the research that they did to say.
To find.
Well, this is the change.
Can we replace it with a GIF? Like a oops, sorry, we fucked up.
Have you ever seen the Chrome thing when like there's no internet and you have the dinosaur? And
right.
Like if Windows is like, hey, you fucked up. Your computer's effed up. Hey, here's a game. Like jump around and play, or have an old version of.
I want Snake.
With the.
I want a Windows Nokia Snake. It would be fucking amazing.
Here's Solitaire while we
Solitaire.
Oh man,
while we write files.
If it was Solitaire, I let that computer be dead for.
I'd crack my computer all the time. That'd be amazing.
I don't know, Devin. I saw that and I'm like, I didn't have a chance to really look into it too much, but I'm like,
Yeah,
that's kind of interesting.
yeah. I just thought it was a weird decision. Like, there has to be some research reasoning behind it. I have no idea what it is, though. I can't figure it out.
Well, in the last few minutes, I want to say that Darren, I think it's next Saturday, correct? Now they finally got the date right in my head, right?
Yes.
Darren? Devin?
Yes. Yeah.
Sure. Devin?
Next Saturday. The 20th.
Next Saturday.
So, Devin is doing a live stream, even though he's over 2,000 subscribers now. He's doing a 1,000K minute.
1K. A 1K.
1K.
Okay.
1K. Not 1,000.
1K minute.
Setting a lofty goal.
1,000 minutes streaming live next Saturday, the 26th.
26th.
Okay.
26th, yeah.
And I shouldn't say Tech Disruptors personally, but Tuna Tech, my channel, I am donating a few products. That's not what I'm plugging.
Yes.
I'm plugging something that I saw today. And it's so I've been throwing this idea around of driving 5 hours just to be involved with this because
I think you should. It's going to be worth it.
But there's this thing you talked about today. Now, he's streaming from the Pixel Pub. So the pub indicates alcoholic beverages if you're over 21 years of age or older, obviously.
This is correct.
Drink responsibly. But there's a brand or you got a few something coming from Garage?
I did. Yeah, Garage Beer. I ended up getting a keg from them. So that was actually part of an earlier agreement where I asked them on Twitter how many likes it would take for a free keg, and they responded with 1,000. So I made a video, and it got over 1,000 likes on it.
That is awesome.
So they finally followed through with that and got me a keg just in time for the 1K fest. But
my thing is here to my wife, I said, look, I'm not going to IFA this year. It kind of things changed. And I'm thinking, I got a car that drives me. So I could drive it could drive me to his house and enjoy the live stream. And obviously I wouldn't drive and drink, and it's against the law.
Well, Tesla does that for you anyway.
Looking forward.
Yeah, that's it, right?
So, Devin, I don't know. You made it very enticing with this. I don't know. I'm thinking, I'm a craft beer kind of guy.
It's going to be a good time.
Man,
we're going to be smoking a couple of pork roasts just like last year. We're going to there's going to be lots of Garage Beer to go around.
And a lot of you guys locally, a lot of the guys from the game all that stuff. It's like, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at my list. I actually am planning on sending out a message to everybody tomorrow to get an official count of how many people are eating, how many people do I need to plan for. But it might be 15 people already, so it's
pretty
gonna
good.
Be a good time.
The worst thing's worse. I can sleep in my car, or I could probably go to a hotel. I got a car. It keeps me cool. They got camp mode.
Absolutely.
But so the thing is though, so what Jason I think is trying to say is if you're following the Tech Disruptors podcast, you should be definitely tuning in next week to Devin's live stream.
Exactly.
Because we last year we followed it very closely, and I know I'm not around this year. I would have totally made the drive down to this for the record, but maybe Jason will do it on behalf of both of us this year.
I apologize. That's my fault for scheduling it while you were out of town.
Come on, Devin, for God's sake.
Guys, over here.
Yeah.
Next year, I'll get it figured out.
But definitely tune in. Take a look at Devin's his live stream.
Yeah, it's going to be a good cause, and that's not the main reason why I want to come down. Just because I can hand deliver it, you can ship those prizes out, not me. No.
Absolutely,
but it's a good cause. It's it's fun. I tuned in for a lot last year. I wasn't there the whole time, but hours at a time. I just couldn't keep I had it on my TV and on my phone. I was in live chat, and Devin is I don't know how you do it. He is like in the chat, like he's responding to everybody, and there's like there could be 100, 200 people in the chat, and I'm like, how the hell does he? Like he's going upstairs to a different camera.
He's the man.
I don't know if you saw we did a pregame stream.
I saw that.
Last night.
I missed it.
I practiced. We've got everything set up. I've got 3 cameras right now. I'm debating grabbing another like phone, taking my daughter's phone and just like, hey,
adding it to the mix.
24 hours.
How dare you take the phone from your daughter? No. Okay, one more thing before we go.
Too. She'll be fine.
I know. One more thing before we go. Okay, so when you start, what time and date will you end at?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, so the plan is we're starting at 7 a.m. Central Time on July 26th. So 1,000 minutes from then is 16 hours and 40 minutes. So that puts us right at like midnight. But last year we did for every new subscriber during the stream, we streamed for an extra minute. So
nice.
I still haven't come up with exactly what that looks like. I'm trying to come up with some way to like extend it a little bit.
So
it's
here's my thing.
It's such a balancing act of like.
If I make the trip down, then you got to do the tech descriptors right there as well on Sunday.
I mean, we absolutely could.
Yeah.
I'm totally kidding. I told Darren we probably would cancel next week because.
We don't want to clash with yours.
16 hours
Everything
is a long
will be
time.
set up and ready to go.
But if I get it down, the only issue I have is we got to get the clearance from. Well, you know who I got to get clearance from. There's a couple questions and a couple bosses. I have
Viper.
There's a couple boss level people I have to get through here locally.
Yes. Oh, right. Yes. Yes.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. This has been.
Hang on, Jason. Just before we go, thank you very much for having me. I will be back the first week of August.
Podcast. What are you talking about?
No, it's okay. Listen, I'm just chiming in today. But you know what I just noticed? I think my computer's about to crash.
Oh,
amazing!
You know what? That MFer. But Devin, in all reality, I'm super excited. Like, I'd love to come down. It's difficult.
It'd be a good time. Yeah. For sure.
I don't expect you to do a live stream from your house. That would be hilarious.
I mean, again, that's what I set that space up for. Was for live streaming. Was for doing all this stuff. But
I would like to make Darren jealous, but
it is going to be a good time.
It is. Well, you keep in contact with me. We'll talk about that off this. But thanks you guys for watching. Those in the live stream, keep listening. Subscribe, like, share. Check out Devin Does Tech. I'm pointing the wrong direction because my camera's weird now. And we'll catch you next